Hello YouTube, this is Dabmore1079 bringing you another World of Warship video, and today we shall be taking a look at, once again, Mikasa. But not just any, the one you get from these chests right here, the 1923 color scheme version of her. I decided to open it with this because I don't have the final card, so let's see if we get it in one of these couple boxes. Nope. Oh, there we go, we got her. Didn't take that long. Oh, but I did get the patch, or the thing that goes with it. Just so it... Oh, there it is. Pretty much the complete entire set now. So now I own the ship, I guess. So, for those that you don't know, here is the old Mikasa, which all of you who have been a channel member for a while, or a subscriber for a while, I don't know why I said channel member, is what Mikasa originally looked like. Now, she's a good ship. I take her out occasionally. But this is her in her entire glory. In this video, was the original one, has got me over 1,000 views, one of the few ones that actually have that. But now, well, I have to give her commander. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. She just has to stay with her commander. And what did it say? Ah, that's what it's meaning. But here's Mikasa in, I guess, a 1923 color scheme. Drastically different is how she looks. But for all of you that do not have Mikasa and wanted her, this would be a perfect time to get the ship. Which I did hear somewhere that they will be able to keep the cards going for all intensive purposes and everything. Even though I said I would do it with these ships' flags a while back, I think. Since I got her with this one, I'll keep her with this one, since she's my own different premium ship. Let's see, what do I got with that? The turning gear. Just because, why not? So, let's take her out. Pretty much, I guess you could say, this is an update to the video. The last one was done on a PS4. This one, PS5. And who knows, maybe this one will just get as many views as the original video. And even though she is a cruiser, into the eyes of the Japanese, she was their first ever battleship, pretty much. And she is that of a veteran of the Russo-Japanese War against the Tsarist Russian fleet, where she actually went up against ships like Aurora that you've seen about 3 times on this channel, the original one, the Black Friday version, and the Azure Lane version.
Action stations.
If that's the case, because Aurora herself had 2 other sister ships, so technically I have the other 2. I'm not sure how many Mikasa had in her line of ship. We'll have to look at that after this battle. But if it's the case of the same way with Aurora, I've almost got all of her sister ships, I guess you could say.
Enemy force detected.
But it looks like it's all about the same.
Enemy destroyer.
Don't know if I went too much into the history of her, but as I pretty much said, yeah. She was in the Russo-Japanese War. She was at the Battle of Tsushima. And for me, that's kind of neat. Since I know a little bit about where Tsushima's past, and that she defended that I believe like a few hundred years, like 300 or 400 years ago, the Mongols tried to invade Tsushima to Japan, and then hundreds of years later, the Russians attacked, and are right next to Tsushima. And Mikasa defended the island just as the samurai of the past did that island. Don't know if they were going to invade that island and go from there, the Russians, but pretty much I know what happened. A typhoon had hit, the Mongol army was destroyed. As far as my knowledge goes, that's where it ends. So the events of the Ghost of Tsushima, don't know if that's fully true history. I know the Ghost is all made up, pretty much. But for all of you that don't know, that event that happened with the Mongols actually then later inspires the name Kamikaze, Divine Wind, so there you go. Mikasa fought in an area where the name for future Japanese Imperial soldiers will be using that name for ritual suicide, pretty much. But there's not much to say that I probably haven't said maybe that much in the past about this ship. She's fantastic. I've gotten plenty of people ask me in the past, how'd you get her? Can I get her? At the time of that, I thought, yeah, maybe you could still get her. I know occasionally if you're a Prime Twitch member, I think you can get her, or you're a Prime member on Amazon or something. I think that's what I saw a couple of times when I loaded up the game, but I'm not too sure. I think you definitely now could try and get this one. It's only available for, with the campaign that's going on now, a couple more days, but if you want a piece of Japanese history, she's definitely something to get for history, since she is the only preserved ship of their era on their stage as a naval power from that time period exists still to this day. I'm not exactly sure where Mikasa is in Japan, but when I post this, I will look up exactly where she is, and I will put it in the description down below, alongside of another video I think I did in the past, where where you could learn a little bit, to direct you to a video that gives you a little bit more history of this ship. But yes. Would she be a ship I would like to go see? Yes. Just like any other museum ship, especially this one, since this one and Aurora are about, and I think, I can't remember our American cruiser. I've heard it a whole couple of times, but I forget, sorry. You can go in the comments down below and tell me what our ship of that era is. No, I was thinking of a wooden ship, never mind. But yeah. She's one of two ships actually still existing from that time period during the Russo-Japanese War that are actually veterans of that time period. The other one being, of course, Aurora, still an active ship in the Russian Navy to this day. Mikasa, however, is not a Navy ship for Japan. It's not even touching water anymore, sadly. It's encased in concrete, or at least Aurora has one working engine left in her. And actually, her armaments are given a blank fire to symbolize, I guess, the anniversary of her helping the Soviets come to power, her crew. But I know a little bit more about the history of Mikasa after, I think, a little bit here and there, which I will talk a little bit more once we get into standard battles, so I just don't want to keep rambling on for you guys. But we will take on an old enemy of Mikasa, which is someone from the Imperial Russian Navy. There we go. So let's go see pretty much her little stuff here and there. There's pretty much her armor layout. Not bad, which is kind of weird that both Mikasa's, the original one, and this one do not have torpedo tubes, because I do know they actually had torpedo tubes with them, like a lot of warships. But there you go. You can read her little thing. Oh, ships in service. 1. Okay, so never mind. But there you go. They're always off to standard. With this, have to keep the commander the same, because that is the actual commander. Takeo. Didn't even get a good look at his name, so I'm not going to try and butcher it by trying to repeat his name. I think Takeo Ashida. Sorry for anyone that's watching this from Japan and I just butchered a great Navy admiral. Like, it would just be me, like, just basically like me, just if I butchered Yamamoto, the admiral that came up with the Pearl Harbor attack. A rainy day. But yeah, as I was saying, with stuff I do know about the actual ship, I believe it was damaged. Either an explosion happened and they had to repair it, or it was caught on fire and they had to repair her. But then she was no longer the flagship of the Imperial Navy, so then she was just a, I guess, defense ship only. Sorry about that. But yeah, to where I believe after the Second World War, she was damaged, and then they decided to spare her the scrapyard and at least give her a museum. Or no. Oh, now I remember. Sorry, I butchered that bit of history. During the Washington Naval Treaty, she was no longer... They didn't want to destroy her because of the historical significance of Japan that she held with her, so they encased her in concrete and just pretty much removed all guns on her so she couldn't be ever used again, so they could keep her. But then after the war, she just pretty much was a museum, yes, but a not taken care of museum. And I believe some people from Britain were came over for a party or something aboard her, and they just saw how dilapidated she was, and they wrote to the people of Japan in the newspaper saying, why is it that you guys can't keep this ship, a symbol of your history, preserved and pristine? So the Japanese people got together and then they fixed her up. So now she's pretty much a good looking ship once again. I've heard plenty of other museum people say from other channels like, hey, stop. That concrete is the worst thing that they could do for her because, well, the water gets in there and it just eats away at her hull, so who knows how the good condition she is under the concrete layer. And also that pretty much everything else is replicated perfectly, and there's only like one piece of her that's actually original, which is a portion of her teak deck. That's over, at the time when I heard it, was over 100 years old. It's probably much older now, since I believe the Russo-Japanese War was in like 1907. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just trying to remember this stuff off the top of my head.
Our team has taken the lead.
Come on. Put on fire, these destroyers.
Ship is on fire.
Gonna burn, and I guess it's gonna sink. Great.
Problem solved, sir.
Darn. 10. Oh no, she's in range. Darn, you disappeared.
The ship is on fire.
And of course, not good. I just dishonored the people of Japan with letting one of their most famous warships get sunk. I don't even think I did that in the first time I did this video. Pretty much like always, we'll watch her sink as I pretty much give my thoughts. Like I said before in the video, not much to say because I've already gotten her, and she's still a fantastic ship. I don't know if it's just because I was playing on the PS4 when I first got her, and now I'm playing with her, well, a newer version of her on PS5, which didn't even feel like this was the older version. She seems almost faster. I'm not sure why that is, it's just she does. But the thoughts of her, if you can get her, get her. I know a lot of people in the past asked me, how can I get her? How did you get her? And all that. And really, not sure. Pretty much, now I have two of them. I have this version of Mikasa, and of course I have the other version of Mikasa. Pretty much, let me know in the comments below which, I guess, version you like more of her. They are the exact same ship, it's just, I guess now, what color do you like on her? Do you like the original or do you like the new one that it is? Let me know. And on that note, I want to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And please leave your comments down below and tell me, are you happy that you got Mikasa if you got her? Or do you have the old one and how much you like her? Let me know. And as always, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I shall catch y'all in the next one. See ya.